never rattled, ever. Because we're always in the moment, always in the present, always extremely calm, always looking at the reality of the situation and not letting our emotions cloud our execution. I switch my mind to something else. I switch my mode into something else. Stone cold killer. You gotta put yourself in that cage. When I'm in that cage, bro, don't touch me. For me, it's the equivalent of Maximus Decimus Meridius in Gladiator picking up the dirt, smelling the dirt. It's go time.
Up before the dawn, ready for Judgment Day.
We were never rattled, ever. Because we're always in the moment, always in the present, always extremely calm, always looking at the reality of the situation and not letting our emotions cloud our execution. I switch my mind to something else. I switch my mode into something else. Stone cold killer. You gotta put yourself in that cage. When I'm in that cage, bro, don't touch me. For me, it's the equivalent of Maximus Decimus Meridius in Gladiator picking up the dirt, smelling the dirt.
What happened to it?
It's go time.
Up before the dawn, ready for Judgment Day. A lethal underdog, walking on the make
An elf one. The elf one. Yeah, just figure that out.
That stuff so contagious. We got 10 toes down, so let the haters say what they say. City is on the brink tonight. We're about to go. I'm hearing the crowd begin to rise in stereo. Sky's bringing on and getting in off the lake. Thunder rolls and all the people shouting out a name. Watch my city rock. against the world.
All righty, everybody. It is Brownie pregame show. Lions week 11. Exciting stuff going on. I've got my Wyatt Teller 77 jersey on, if you guys can tell. It just came in, swapped it out for the OBJ. It is Wyatt's birthday. So very, very exciting one. Who's with me as always is my dad over there, Brownie Post underscore Dan on Twitter, and then Mike Cristano at Bonzo1273. You guys know him from the Wednesday show as well. Welcome, gentlemen, and I'll start off with Mike this time. Mike, what are your thoughts on the game this weekend, and specifically with the Dark Knight returning?
First off, before I get into that, it's Wyatt Teller's birthday today, or it's your dad's birthday today?
It's Wyatt Teller's birthday today.
I thought you told me it was your dad's birthday. I'm wishing him happy birthday all morning. You probably think I'm nuts.
Oh,
Dan,
no,
take back all the happy birthday wishes, please.
It was my son's birthday on the 19th. And the way that I always remember that is super easy because my son is November 19th, and my youngest daughter is also the 19th, but the 19th of February. So I've got 2/19. So it's just Bernie Kosar number birthdays. But today is 21st. So it's Wyatt Teller's birthday. Very exciting. My daughter.
I don't
wished
need
him a
another
happy
birthday. That's for sure. I got
All
plenty
right,
of.
now that we got that cleared up, the game. Yeah, I mean it's going to be sloppy. It's going to rain the whole game. 15-mile-an-hour winds, which means they'll be swirling. You got a rookie starting for them, which if you go back through the history, that's never really a good thing for us when that happens. But
Right.
I mean, look, what we've thought and what's happened thus far this season have been two different animals, so to speak. The one thing that I can say is even without, and we'll get to it, I'm sure, as we go, but there's no Schwartz today and there's no Donovan Peoples-Jones. So we're down 2 receivers. So obviously we'll see a lot of 13, but I mean, they should win the game. I mean, they're more talented, obviously, than the Lions, and they should run all over them. And it should be a, I don't know, 24-10 type of game. But I don't know. I wish I could be more confident, but they've shown me nothing to be confident. So they need to earn that from me. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, good point, Dad. What about you? What are your first opening thoughts on the Browns?
It's a must win. Clearly, I think the season rides on this game. If they can't beat the Lions, regardless of the weather, and it's at home, if they can't beat them, if Baker can't play well enough, and if Chubb can't run, if they can't throw the ball, the defense does not step up, then one, they don't deserve it. And two, there's no way in hell they're going to beat Baltimore 2 games in a row, even with a bye week in between.
Sure.
So as far as I'm concerned, it's a must, do or die. You can't lose to this team. And the rest of it is, it's the same old stuff. Don't make the mistakes, play good, play solid 4 quarters. Chubb is back. He didn't get debilitated from the COVID like Miles did, so he should be in pretty good shape. And you got Johnson behind him, so if he needs a breather every once in a while, you can do that. So I'm looking for Baker to play well, doesn't have to play great, just play well. Don't make mistakes. Take what's in front of you, and the defense to step up and play well. If they play well, keep them to under 17 points, whatever. Get some turnovers, get off the field, get the offense back on the field, that type of thing. That's what I'm looking for. I'm hoping for today.
Yeah. I mean, the exciting thing, the kind of big news for us this week is the fact that we got Nick Chubb back. Nick Chubb coming back is just enormous. We got Mike over there rocking the 24, the orange 24, which, by the way, they just came out. I don't know if you saw this. They just came out with the Nike Legend version of this brown JOK, which I might have to snag that one.
Oh, you know what? I have the brown one.
You have the game version of it? Or not the game, the Legend version.
I think it might be the Legend version.
Okay, I thought it was new.
But it's the Legend one with, I can't remember if my jock has the sewn numbers or not. My elite one, obviously, but
yeah.
I have the brown one, but I can't remember. It fits weird, so I wore it like twice, and then I haven't worn it. I feel like it's got like, shoulder pads. I feel like the girl from the Go-Go's.
So I can absolutely, now I don't have an elite yet. At some point I may.
You got to do it.
At some point I'll jump into the elite category, but I have the Legend, I have the game, which this is the game, which is like plastic, the vinyl lettering, not embroidered anything. And then I had one of the Vapor. The Vapor one was the OBJ. So they didn't ask for me to return it.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, they didn't give me anything that said return it or anything. So I don't know. Maybe they're like, yeah, we don't care.
Yeah, I mean, what are they going to do with it, right?
Exactly. They're just going to literally just throw it away. So it's like, well, good luck. Congratulations, you got that. And, it worked out pretty good. Anyway, on to the Browns game. The Dark Knight returns today. So Nick Chubb back from COVID. No lingering COVID issues, not like Miles last year and a lot of other people. Mike, you were saying that the report came out, right, that he only had symptoms for like a day or so?
Yeah, it was just a day.
Just a day. So very, very light. So good thing on him. And Felton's back. And my dad was saying that John Kelly got released. So I don't know if they're just doing that just so they can re-sign him to the practice squad or whatever the case may be surrounding Kelly. But yeah, and then I guess do we know, Mike, do we know who's in and out yet for the players injury report?
Yeah, we do. It just came out about 5 minutes ago. We're going to be light on offense. Schwartz is out and Peoples-Jones is out. So we're down 2 wideouts. Troy Hill's a no-go. We figured that. AJ Green is a no-go. They made a couple of moves earlier this week. You saw Porter Gustin come up and the writing was on the wall that maybe Tack wasn't going to go. And that's the case. He's inactive. And Sheldon Day is inactive too. So the big ones are the wide receivers. They're lucky that it's raining because Troy Hill and AJ Green are your, essentially your 4 and 5, I guess, after Greedy. So they're going to be a little short on each side, but we'll see what happens.
I watched the Virginia Tech Miami game last night in Miami, and it rained. I would say it poured 3/4 of the game. And by the end, it was pretty sloppy and it made it extremely difficult to throw the ball. So as Mike was saying about the weather, if it's rainy, sloppy, windy, cold, maybe to our advantage with Chubb and Johnson running the ball with our offensive line. And maybe that'll limit Baker to 18 throws, 21 throws, that type of thing, little screen passes, little dump passes, draw plays, that type of thing. Mm-hmm. Secure the ball. If we can secure the ball and also not give up the quick touchdowns, those are just backbreakers to give up huge, either running plays or over the top scoring. Especially to I guess he's a rookie. I guess we'll talk about him, but he doesn't have that much experience and he doesn't have that good of an offensive line. Yeah. So
I don't think Tim Boyle is. I don't think he's a rookie. I think he's been in the league for a little while. He's a backup quarterback. He actually backed up Deshaun Kaiser, so he's third string in Green Bay for a while. But he just came in for complete mop-up duty. He's never thrown a pass in the NFL. He's a big boy though. He's 6'4", 230. So he's got the frame, and that's probably why he's been in the league for so long because, he's got the frame to do it, and who knows?
Yeah.
But this is going to be, guys. I think what this is really going to be is a redemption game. This is going to have to be a game that Joe Woods steps up.
Right.
This is going to make or break the Joe Woods legacy today. This is a winless team at home with a quarterback who's never thrown a pass in the NFL.
Right. If he doesn't blitz, at least 50% of the time, put people up front, fill the slots, bring the pressure, force the kid to throw, and make the throws. If he does, and like last week with Jones, he killed us. I mean, everything he threw up, the guys just made not miracle catches, but excellent, very good catches. With our guys draped all over them. And when when you're on, you're hot, whatever, you make those types of plays. And when you're not, you miss them, you drop them, whatever, you don't even throw to the open guys. So let's hope, like you said, Woods steps up and allows his defense. He got some criticism from Miles this week about the fact that they weren't making adjustments. as when things weren't going well.
Right.
And everybody knows that the definition of insanity is just you keep doing the same thing over and over again, and you expect a different result. So the one or two times in previous games where Woods has authorized the blitz, we've done well. We haven't got burned. Keep doing it until somebody beats you. And I doubt whether this rookie's going to beat us with that.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike.
I was going to say, like the last time we said that, remember the Denver game, the Trevor Siemian game?
Yeah.
We're like, there's no way we're losing this one, but it was in Denver.
Right. But we had a different complement of players. Who knows who was calling the defense, but they allowed the guy to do what he did against us. He made the plays. That happens, especially when you don't have talent. I mean, we didn't have any talent when we played them. We have the talent now. So if they beat us, tip our hats and move on. But we certainly have the upper hand going into this one.
Yeah. And what I was going to say is, again, and it's not, we don't know, hey, the Ravens lost the other day and the Steelers are down X guys. We need to win this game to make up ground. But with that being said, you look at the Steelers. The Steelers are going across country to play the Chargers. They're missing TJ Watt, Joe Hayden, and Minkah Fitzpatrick. Ben was just cleared off of the COVID list. He had to take his own charter last night out to San Diego. Los Angeles. So, that's probably going to be a tough game for them to win. And then on the flip side, I don't know if you guys saw the news, but Lamar's sick again and he's out today. So, right. Now he's out. Marquise Brown is out. And now all of a sudden, from the outside looking in, it looks like those two are probably going to lose today. I mean,
that'd be great. That'd be great.
Yes. I mean, just with that information, you would say that, it's greater than 65% that those two lose. So you got to take care of the Lions and make up ground. And then it goes to show you, how important everything is, because you go back to that Steelers game that they blew last week, being unprepared. If the outcome is what I think it is today, you're tied for the division lead. So it's just the little things that we just can't seem to, we can't seem to capitalize on. But I guess that's the life of a Cleveland Browns fan.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, is that not the truth? Yeah. I would say, I don't know. I mean, if I don't know what this illness is with Lamar, but it's obviously not COVID. So it's something else. And it just seems odd. It's odd that they're not telling us what it is. They don't have to tell us anything more than that, but this does seem odd. Before I forget, I want to give a shout out to everybody. We got Let's Go Fishing TV in the house. So our boy Mike McFadden, what's going on there, Mike? Mr. Roll Up 10, Harry LaFontaine, Paramajot. Cleveland BCI, Mids Plugs in the house is asking about the Wednesday show. Wednesday show will go on. Assuming Thanksgiving probably won't impact that all too much. But Mike, if we haven't actually talked about that, no matter what, we'll have something going on for the Wednesday show. Jonathan Schlegel's in the house. Hambones here. Beast Grills, Keith C. Seatown 216. Mark Schoen, Chubbable Hub 24 in the house. We got some of the members that are here as well. Ryan Brown is here. What's going on, guys? We're going to take you right up to kickoff as we usually do in the pregame show. Let's keep that in mind. Also, one other quick thing. You guys notice we got the dogwoofs.com thing that's right next to the bouncing arrow there. If you want to sign up for the giveaway, dogwoofs.com is how you do it. We're going to be picking it's like the Gatorade Sabo apparel shirt today. So go ahead and get signed up on dogwoofs.com. It's very, very, very easy to do, and it makes picking a winner for the giveaway very, very simple for me. So head over to dogwoofs.com, get your name checked in for the giveaway. Also, Mike, I don't know if you noticed, I got a mug. I tried to order the Wednesday show mug, and I unfortunately got just the regular Brownie postgame YouTube, Mug, I don't know
Oh,
what
they sent you
happened.
the wrong one.
It's probably user error, if I'm being honest. But so now I'm the sole owner of a Brownie postgame mug. So
That's okay though. So I have the one, you have the other.
Let's give those away.
I will be buying a Wednesday show mug. I will be.
You have to. I mean,
I want
not
the
just
one
because my face is on it. It's a cool looking mug.
Yeah, I need to get the official. Dad, we got to get you an official Wednesday show mug as well.
Okay.
And if anybody is interested in the merch, browniepostgame.com is where you can get any of the merch. And if you're not, so I actually did something different today in chat. Only subscribers, not members, not paying members, but only subscribers can actually chat now live. So hopefully that'll get some other people, so I don't have to say, hey, subscribe to us, blah, blah, blah. If you want to chat in there, you got to go live. Cleveland BCI says he's got the poop cramps, Lamar. So we'll see. I don't know what's going on.
Just have the flu too, without it being COVID. But obviously sick enough that he cannot play, or if he could play, he wouldn't play up to speed. So it's got to be some kind of debilitating problem that takes him off the field, because he's pretty tough. So I don't even know who their backup is. I forget.
Oh,
it's RG3, right?
No, I had it, and then I want to say a Huntley or something along those lines.
Wow.
Oh, Brett Huntley.
I got to take a peek. No, this is going to bug me.
I thought it was RG3, but is he not on the team anymore?
No, it's not him. I don't even think he plays anymore.
Oh, that's why he's been so chatty on Twitter.
That is correct.
RJ3 you're talking about?
RG3.
RT3.
RG. Robert Griffin.
Yeah, Robert Griffin the third.
Yes. Yeah, he's not on the team anymore.
He's an announcer on TV.
Is
Huntley.
he?
Huntley. I was close.
Is it Brett?
Tyler Huntley.
Tyler Huntley. I've never heard of that guy.
Yeah, good luck.
Who knows?
And Marquise is out. So
who are they?
Marquise Brown's out?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Who's Baltimore playing?
They are playing.
Hopefully somebody good.
Where did this go?
I have to make a quick substitution in my fantasy lineup.
Well, it's funny you say that, because I need to start Bateman. So I hope this Huntley guy could find him enough that they still lose, but I'm okay in fantasy land.
No, I had to.
Well, Pittsburgh's got the Chargers. We know that's going to be a tough game on the West Coast. Roethlisberger not practicing very much. He could be rusty. Could be,
Chicago. They're at Chicago, Baltimore.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
But what's his name's out?
With
Khalil Mack.
Lamar playing, they didn't give the Bears much of a shot, I don't think, in the morning talking heads. But with him out, that levels the playing field quite a bit, and hopefully the Bears defense shows up and whacks them around the field a little bit. So that'd be great if they both lost and we won. That'd be talk about a new season.
And imagine how mad we would be in the post-game show if, the Steelers don't play till tonight, but could you imagine if the Ravens lose and we find a way to lose this game?
Ooh.
I'll be underneath the desk doing the show.
If
You'll just see my mic.
The reality is, if we lose this game, the season's over. We can mail it in. If we can't beat a winless team at home with a quarterback who's never thrown a pass in the NFL, then we're not. We're not a championship team. We're not a playoff team. Right. We are a scary. It's not. This isn't a, hey, any given Sunday, any team can win. Like, this is like, we were a team that was expected to be playoff contenders, expected to be a Super Bowl contender, and then by week 11, we can't beat by far the worst team in the league. Then it's over. It's that you guys were done for the season. Like, forget it.
We're 10 games in. It just seemed like the season has gone very quick. Can't believe we're 10 games into it and we're heading on the downside. And these are very important games between Pittsburgh, 2 Baltimores,
sure,
2 Cincinnati games. It just the whole season starts with this game. And if we can take the next three, this one and the two Baltimore games, that certainly put us in the driver's seat. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is going to be one of those games that hopefully should be almost kind of like last year. You remember when we got our doors blown off in Baltimore and we came back against the Bengals and, kind of had a redemption resurgence type game that kickstarted us into, good stuff. Well, that's kind of what I see this game as. This is, we got the doors blown off us. We had a really bad showing and nothing went right. Everything went wrong and everything went right for them.
Right. And
now this is, it's actually even more of a testament to how important home field advantage is. Playing New England in New England or, anything like that it's a big disadvantage, right? So it's not just about winning. It's about winning and putting yourself in a position where you have to play at home. And at this point, if you look at the standings in the NFL, it really is still anybody's game. There's not. If you
throughout the whole division, not just the whole conference, there's nobody that we can't beat. Right. Kansas City come back to earth.
The Bills lost a bad one.
The Patriots could be beat, although they killed us pretty good. But it goes through all those teams, including Baltimore. So if you're going to win, you got to be able to find ways to beat those teams, and they're all beatable. There's nobody that's so elite that, although if Kansas City, plays as well as they played last week, going forward, they're going to be the team to beat, I think.
Well, if you look, one other thing I just noticed, we've got points for 231. We are now negative points. We have points against 241. So look at the Patriots. The Patriots are 7-4, 300 points for. They are the top scoring team in the AFC and top scoring team in the NFL, because I just looked at the other conference as well, and only 177 points against. The Patriots are for real, and that 7-4 record is not, directly related to how good of a team the Patriots are. They might be the team to beat in the AFC.
Yeah, they play the Jets today, so it's one of those comeback games that if they're real, like Mike says, they'll beat them handily. I think Flacco is going to start, so who knows what that's going to bring for the Jets. But it is an away game. It's in the Meadowlands. If they should win this game, and if they do, then they set the tone for the remainder of the season that they're one of the teams to contend with.
Yeah, the thing I can't get away from, and I know you guys probably think about it too, but and I think it's why I'm having a hard time getting extremely excited for today. And the only reason that is because it's like you look through the schedule and you go, okay, yeah, we're going to win today. It's the Lions. And then you look at when we play the good teams, and we can't beat the good teams especially if you go back to the record from last year, even though we had 11 wins. So it's just tough for me, from that standpoint, because it's, they should win today and they should win big, and then they will.
Right.
And then what do we get next week in Baltimore? So we just need to see this team win, real games, if that makes sense.
If the defense plays well, it'll set the stage for the offense to do what they need to do to win the game. But if the defense gets beat, they give up big plays, they make stupid penalties, they do all the stuff that we hate. Then again, you don't deserve to win, and they don't deserve us to be serious about following them for the rest of the year. It's just mail it in, get your draft pick, try to shore up the defense even more, maybe change defensive coordinators.
If we lose this game and it comes down to the defense giving up significant points, it's not like on the offense that we couldn't score and Baker throws
Right.
3 interceptions. I mean, like, if it's on the defense, I just can't imagine this. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, because they were saying that the feeling after that Patriots game felt like we hadn't won a game all season. Like, it was just complete disaster,
Right.
in the Browns organization.
So
So
we'll see if Stefanski and Barry have the guts to make a midseason change with critical games coming up here in the next several weeks, even with a loss today. That would certainly signal that they're ready to do what's necessary beyond players and also, reevaluate whether Stefanski should keep making the play calls. Give it to the offensive. What do you got to lose? Could he call a worse game than what Stefanski has been calling for the last couple of weeks? It's just something that will tell me that they're serious, as opposed to, well, we're gonna give it up and shoot for next year. I mean, that would be very disappointing. But if they don't have the guts to make a midseason change, then they don't deserve to win.
yeah, I mean, I absolutely agree. I think that if we can't get over this game, and we should beat the Lions handedly.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the Lions at full strength either.
Right.
They're losing. So Trey Flowers is out. He's no like chump. Their running back Jamar Jefferson's out. Tackle Matt Nelson's out. Jared Goff is not playing. They have him listed as doubtful, but they're saying all week he's not playing, and they have a bunch of guys questionable. Right, Mike. Anything else you're hearing or seeing from Detroit about they're injured, or did I get that pretty much all right?
No, you got it pretty much all right, and yeah, Goff's out, so yep.
Yeah. So if we can't beat this team, guys, like here's the other thing: if we struggle to beat this team, then we are showing the world that we're not a team to be taken seriously, and it'll pretty much. This is going to be the game where we're going to know a lot about the identity of the 2021 Browns,
Right.
based off of the performance they put on today. I expect them to win. I expect them to play really well.
We should have no excuses. There's no COVID excuses. There's no beyond Hunt. We got just about everybody back. That's a impact type of player. The defense is pretty strong. So, I mean, there should be no excuses. We can't have Stefanski come back on TV and say, well, I should have coached better, or I should have prepared him better, or whatever. Those excuses, don't carry much weight when you lose a game like this. So,
yeah, absolutely. I mean, thinking about the Lions themselves, I mean, this is a team. These are two organizations that have had the most recent, teams who have not won games. And the Browns looked as of last year that they've turned, a new leaf, and that we're moving the direction of being winners. And right now I feel like we're a mediocre team. I feel like we're average. Average teams don't win championships, and average teams sometimes make it into the playoffs if all the stars align, but it doesn't look like the stars are going to align because our division's so tight. And it's not like they're so tight because everybody's bad. They're tight because everybody's pretty decent.
right.
So we're going to have to really turn it on to be able to do this. Now, the Lions, on the other hand, have, I mean, if you really think about it, though, in terms of any other fan base in the NFL, other than the Browns, the one fan base that it's been somewhat abused by their team is the Lions. And although the Browns have had really bad seasons of late, back-to-back bad seasons, we seem like we've kind of put it all together, and we've got some stars. Started with Myles Garrett, then we got Baker and Nick Chubb and those guys, Jarvis Landry, and they kind of changed the culture and turned it into a team that wasn't afraid to win games. But
Right.
the Lions, on the other hand, when they got rid of Stafford and they got all those draft picks and they brought in Jared Goff, I mean, this is a Jared Goff experiment. And, they're going to be in a position that they're going to be rebuilding off of, all these draft picks that they got from the Rams over the next couple of years.
I wonder how much of an influence Dorsey has had, whether it's just been here or there, or whether he's, was behind the Goff move or.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
But it'd be interesting to see what plays out, with Dorsey sort of behind the scenes trying to direct player personnel and draft picks and so forth, because he's proved in the past he could do it at Kansas City. He proved it at Cleveland. He hasn't done anything that I'm aware of any significance in Detroit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it. Ara's in the house. Who's going, Ara? Isaiah Gassina's here. Jason Kimball's in the house. I saw Jen was here for a little bit. I don't know if she's still around. Mike R. That guy's in chatting up. Gosh. Yeah, so everybody, thank you guys for being here. Yeah, I mean, hey guys, the reality is this should be a game that we win. This is a game at home. This is a game, although the weather's sloppy, it's a game we should win today, regardless of the injuries. Looks like People Jones questionable. Mike, is People Jones out or is he just still questionable?
No, he's out. He's out. Schwartz is out.
Okay.
Green and Hill both out too. Those are the big ones.
Okay. So, I mean,
well, hopefully Landry comes back and has a good game. Baker said he was going to focus on trying to get him the ball more. Last week, he was very laid back as far as he was concerned. I mean, he caught maybe 5 passes, 6 passes, and 10, 12 yards, nothing serious, a couple of first downs, but no dramatics, no in your face, no confrontations, whatever, the typical Landry, first down, whatever. He just seemed like, I'm going through the motions and trying not to get hurt. So let's hope he comes back and has a good game along with Chubb.
We need it. I mean, this is the game where hopefully Chubb goes off and Chubb is currently 3rd in the league rushing, and he's been missing games.
Henry's out. He had a huge lead on everybody, and now everybody's catching him because he's out. But Chubb can take the rushing title if he continues to do well.
Which would be, pretty amazing.
Sure.
He currently is 3rd in rushing yards with 721 behind Jonathan Taylor and Derrick Henry. That's a lot of yards that he's going to have to make up. It is, but it's still.
How many behind? Because you figure Henry's out. How many is he behind Taylor?
About 200 and what? 15, something like that.
Well,
maybe he'll make it up today.
Sure.
216 yards. He's out. That would be fantastic.
One of those 70-yarders.
Yeah.
You know what? I was at a game. I was at Cowboys Eagles at the old vet back in the 90s when Emmett broke. At the time, he broke the rushing yards in a game. I think it was 220 or something like that.
Wow.
Crazy. Yeah.
God, he was one of those guys that, that a good offensive line. I think Emmitt Smith was definitely an elite running back, but it certainly didn't hurt that he had an amazing offensive line.
And Barkley hasn't done much. There's been a couple of the big stars that just have not done much at all. Henry was, he was going to go to 3,000 yards at the rate he was going.
Yeah.
And then he gets hurt and he goes to 0. Big shame, but it hasn't slowed the Titans up. They've been doing pretty good. They're predicted to win again today, going away. So, they could be one of those teams that quietly moves up the ladder and wins all the key important games. So we'll have to keep an eye on them.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. this whole season has been somewhat disappointing. I think last year at this point we were like 7-3, and now being 5-5 and having lost some games. That Patriots game was just really bad. I mean, it wasn't even like, it was laughably bad. And we talked about this in the Wednesday show too. It's like, it was so, I mean, it was the worst. It was one of the worst losses I've seen the Browns have in the last 10 years. And that's like going through, a lot of bad coaches and a lot of bad talent. And this was the worst. This team put up the worst performance. This team that people were expecting to be playoff bound and Super Bowl bound. It just doesn't make sense.
It can happen. Look at going back to a college game again yesterday, the Michigan State against Ohio State, and Ohio State just crushed them. I mean, it was the first 4 scores were touchdowns of passing plays, 35, 40 yards over the top. Can imagine if you were a Michigan, Adam must be, having nightmares after watching that game, and you're 9-1 and you get crushed. That's as almost as bad as being 4 or 5-4 and then getting crushed. But
I think the big thing is like, we lost. It's like we're bouncing back and forth. Like, we got blown away by the Cardinals, then we beat the Broncos barely, then we barely kind of lose to the Steelers, then we blow the Bengals out of the water, then we get blown out of the water. It's like the big key thing that everybody's been talking about is the lack of consistency with this Browns team. Right. But if you look at what we've done, if you look at the games we played, like the Bears game was fantastic. And then we survived against the Vikings, and then we almost beat the Chargers. It's like this, I think, to have a Super Bowl season. And I don't think this season we're definitely not writing off the Browns at this point. I'm not doing that. But you don't lose games to 15-10 to the Steelers and then go on to win a Super Bowl. I just think this is going to be a very uphill battle for the Browns from now on. And we've dealt with injury, we've dealt with controversies. And, I just think every time that I see the Browns lose, I'm like, this is bad. But every time that I see the Browns win, I'm like, all right, well, a win is a win. That Bengals game was one of the best wins I've seen the Browns have in 10 years. And then we follow that up with the Patriots game. It's very frustrating. And that's why it's unsettling that we play a winless team today who's hungry for their first win, having just almost got it last week against the Steelers. So they're hungry and right there wanting to get it. And we just come off one of the worst games that we played all season. I mean, it's dangerous right now.
Right. Well, that's why they play the games. There's no guarantees either way. Pittsburgh and Baltimore, as Mike pointed out, are going to struggle today to win their games. And it's, the point spreads are pretty close. I think we're like a 12-point favorite, 12.5-point favorite today. When was the last time we were, that much?
It's wild.
So it'll be a terrible loss if we lose, regardless of how we lose. Painful to get blown away, and painful to lose on a field goal at the end. But any loss today is going to be extremely disappointing.
Yeah, I could not agree with you more. There's still some time left, guys. The giveaway on the Sabo Apparel T-shirt giveaway is going on till 12:29. So you still have 7 minutes left to head over to doghoofs.com and enter into the giveaway for the Sabo Apparel T-shirt. So make sure if you haven't done that yet, you get on that.
Mike, what'd you think about the golf cart?
Well, it was slick prior to the new stickers, and now it's really sleek. I like it. Yeah, I think I told you already. I like the rims on it too. It's pretty badass.
Yeah, it fits the bill. We need to get an elf sticker for the front, I think, if we can
Yes.
find one that's big enough. And so it's giving us some advertising in the neighborhood every time I go get the mail.
Speaking of bizarre, probably about 10 minutes ago, there was an explosion, and it felt like it was like outside my house. It shook everything in here.
Really?
In Delaware?
Yeah, and so like the neighborhood, the ring alert, how they have like the neighborhood watch and stuff.
Right. What
Like,
was
that's going crazy. Facebook's going crazy. They felt it like 15 miles away. Apparently, it was some sort of explosion, probably about 2 miles from me. So I don't know.
Any refineries or anything
We
like that?
do, but not near there. So I don't know if there's a little airport over there. I don't know if it was a plane or there's a lot of new construction over there. But I mean, it literally sounded like it was outside of my window, and I mean everything in here just shook. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's wild.
So
Hey,
hopefully
piqued our
that
interest.
Thunderstruck.
We got to get an answer.
We got to bottle the Thunderstruck and send it to First Energy Stadium. But yeah, when I find out what it is, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, it was. I literally thought it was one of my neighbors having work done, and I thought it was, did they drop something out there like with because they got heavy machinery. I think they're putting the pool in or something. But yeah, that was crazy.
Baker's out there warming up right now. Brown's Therapy just threw out a video of Baker throwing rolling out and throwing some warm up stuff.
Is it raining, Mike?
I can't tell. I can't tell if it's raining or not, but he doesn't look fast.
So I have an update. Apparently, from what I'm seeing, is somebody blew up a car in a farm off a road about 2 miles away.
They blew up a car.
Yeah, on purpose. Yep, that's what it's looking like. I've never heard of such a thing in my life.
It sounds like something that would happen down here in Florida.
Yeah. See, Jason said he saw my hair fly up. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it was intense. It was absolutely intense.
Well, I'm glad you're okay.
I am good. And you know what? Even if there was chaos all around,
Still be here.
I'm finishing the show.
I love it. I love it.
As long as there's power and Wi-Fi, I'm here.
4 minutes left on the Sabo apparel shirt, guys. Get in there. It's dogwoofs.com. Thank you for everybody who's subscribed to the channel as well. So any of the subscribers that are here. Also, if you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. And let's signal to YouTube that you are enjoying the show. Evan Chase, like, what the hell? Heavy Florida energy. Appreciate that, my man. Yeah, I fully expect you guys. I expect to win. I'm not super concerned here today. It will tell us a lot about what we have as a team, like who our identity is. Are we resilient enough to come back from a brutal loss and turn it into something good? And the reality is, teams like above average teams have won the Super Bowl. The Giants have done it. Last year, Tampa Bay did it. You could be a 10-6 team and win the Super Bowl. It exists. You got to get hot at the right time. You got to stay. You got to not have people get injured.
Right.
You got to get those guys back. Eventually, we're going to get Kareem Hunt back.
Right.
Well, eventually, we're going to get, hopefully, we'll be able to keep the other key players back. I don't know if Conklin's going to come back, but the reality is, I don't think that the story is completely told yet on the 2021 Browns. I think we're a good enough team to compete every week. And for the people that are out there on Twitter who are, the woe is me, sky is falling people. I mean, like, where were these people when we were 0? Is it just the expectation of a championship team that is getting to these people? Like, everybody needs to go. Baker needs to, is that what it is? I don't know. But I think everybody's got to kind of tighten up their skin a little bit and realize that, nothing bad things can't happen forever. And those of us who have lived through the bad times know that, hey, it could be much worse.
Yeah, we lived through the bad times, but we didn't have any talent. So this last year and this year is the first time in a long time where we've had the quarterback, we've had the coach, we've had the players come in
Yeah.
either through the draft or through some trades or free agents that have seriously upgraded the defense, playmakers on offense, running. So it's it's clearly different than those bad years where, regardless of how much we rooted for them, they just didn't have the talent on the field to or the coaches to pull it off. So it is very disappointing when you do have the talent and everything is going your way, and you get adverse situations like COVID and injuries and whatnot, and some bad ref calls. But it's been fun so far. Looking forward to the season and some of the, obviously the wins that we've had, and disappointing with some of the losses, but we still got a lot of football in front of us, and hopefully it starts today.
Yeah. Mike, what are you doing for your, because you're getting ready to go back to Cleveland for the Baltimore game, correct?
Yeah, that's on the 12th of December. So I got a couple weeks.
You got a couple weeks.
Got a couple weeks. Even if they're sucking, we'll still go.
Yeah, you got to pick up more apparel, right?
No, you know what? I'm drawing the line on that.
Really?
I'm drawing the line on that for now. And in full disclosure, probably because I own everything. But yeah, no. I mean, if they're still stinking it up, we'll still go. It's fun to tailgate, going to the different restaurants and stuff. So we're booked. We're there. Hopefully they turn this thing around. But I'm not holding my breath. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, we're still trying to figure out if we're going to do the Bengals game at the end of the year.
We're all booked. We'll probably do it too, just because.
I like the idea of going to Vegas for the draft, though. That would be fun.
Yeah, I think. Well, it's kind of weird because, like, depending upon what the whole spectator element of the draft is going to be, is it going to be fun or not? But the kind of cool thing about it is you can kind of experience it, and then after you experience it, you can kind of go and do your fun stuff in Vegas while you're there.
Yeah, and the weather should be good. April and in Vegas, warm. So you're outside. Hopefully, no COVID, wearing masks, that type of thing. If we could get over to see the stadium, that'd be fun to get a tour of that state of the art stadium. That'd be great. And like you said, there's so many other things to do in Vegas. It would be a fun trip.
Oh, sure. I agree with you 100% on that. Mike, you didn't have any interest in coming to Vegas, huh?
And I think last year was a different story only because it was, at our home, and, there's so much to do down by the lakefront, and they really put on a good production there. But from my understanding is when it's, and again, it may be set up the way it's set up, last year, but everybody that I know that used to go to the draft at Radio City, because there was a couple of years where I thought about going, and I had a couple buddies that had gone and not at the same time, like different years, and they had told me that it's kind of boring because you're not getting any of the commentary that you would hear on TV. It's just you sit around and you BS, and then the commissioner comes out, announces the pick, they do the little hoopla, and then that's it. Then you're doing.
Yeah, especially if you don't have a top 10 pick, and you're like 29th. I mean, it's hard to get excited about that. I would be more excited about just the whole event and being in Vegas. If we turn out to have a halfway decent season, again, we're going to be in the bottom third of the pick, and you're not going to get a plug and play probably player at that level, unless you somehow decide you want to trade up for a given player that really fits the bill for us on probably more on defense. I don't know if, we need to step up for a wide receiver. We don't need running backs. We got our quarterback.
No, I think I don't know. I think what we're probably going to do in the draft is probably do something like the Chargers did when they had Drew Brees, is draft another quarterback behind him, depending upon who's there. I mean, we're not going to stretch for somebody in the first round to just because. But I think at the end of the season, you're going to see the Browns bringing somebody in to compete for that job. Oh, if you're a new member, Browns fan, 1977. Let me move this out of the way for you. I can't move it, Browns fan. I apologize for that. I missed it. Browns fan 1977 is a new member of Brownie Postgame. Thank you, our 13th member. Browns fan, welcome. Tier 2 in the house. Appreciate nice. That, my guy. And we got to get some mugs up in chat for that. Welcome. Yeah. Welcome. Let's do this. Let's do the giveaway. 1 in 34 chance randomly select winner. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. And the winner is Mike.
Another Mike.
Not me.
It's definitely not Mike R.
No, not me.
But whomever Mike is, which we have, the good thing is we have access to the back. So John, if you're still there, let us know who Mike is.
I didn't even know there was another Mike in here.
Exactly.
I thought it was just you. I thought it was just us two M&Ms.
I know McFadden was here for a little bit. I don't know if he's still. That might be him. Last week we had Xander who won it. Also get your over-unders in there as well. But Browns fan 1977, thank you very much, my man. Yeah. You are a long-term guy, and we definitely appreciate the sub or member, I would say.
We're getting predictions.
Yeah, let's get some score predictions up in the house here, please. I want to know what the score predictions are. I'll start off. I think we go nuts today. I think it's Browns 30, Lions 13.
Good.
What did you say? How many?
I said 30 to 13.
I don't know why. I was fixing my earbud. And I thought you said 80, and I thought, man, you're feeling good.
Going absolutely insane.
I say
Baker's going to be
42 to 10. 42 to 10.
Oh my gosh! All right.
I
in the rain.
In the rain.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time with this. I got to be honest with you. They're going to win. And if they don't, then I don't know. I don't know what to say or do, or, I'm never hanging my flag outside again for a while.
Yeah. But I didn't hang up my flag today I spared the neighbors.
I know. I usually
that
do.
Loss.
And then I've had the Victory Monday flag on the pole. And every time I'm like, I got to go put my dog pound flag out there. And I'm like, you know what? They don't deserve it this week. And you know what? I spend enough damn money that I can make that choice, and I ain't doing it. And I didn't do it.
Hey guys, we actually have breaking news.
The
winner of the Sabo apparel shirt was actually me.
I knew there were only two of us.
I sat there and I was like, I forgot that I actually, for whatever reason, clicked to add a point into the contest today. So John has reset it. And we're gonna go for a random winner number 2.
Round two.
This gives me time to figure out my score. So this is good.
If I win this again, I'm taking the shirt, guys. I mean, the bottom line is like the universe is saying I need this Gatorade shirt. So
it is.
Here we go.
What's going on?
3, 2, 1. Randomly select. LV Dog Pound. LV. I would say Love Dig Pind. So LVDWG PND, you are the winner. And John, if you just make sure that we have Love Dog Pound's contact information, so I can make sure we send that over to the good people over at Sabo Apparel, who were nice enough to, for the second season in a row, give us t-shirts to give away. And if we win, come back for the Wednesday show. We can do the mug giveaway on Wednesday. Yeah. And the Cleveland Clothing Co. mug giveaway. So we've we've got some support from the t-shirt companies in Cleveland. And
Sure do.
okay, great. So we have his t-shirt size and address, John says, so we're good to go on that. Congratulations, Love Dog Pound. You are the winner. And also, we have it all. We have the size as well. So wonderful. Congratulations. Thanks, John, for running the dogwoofs.com. Also, Schlegel Law, if you happen to be in the Columbus area looking for legal needs, legal counsel, give Jonathan Schlegel a call, Schlegel Law, and he'll help you out.
Hey,
Big
Mike,
friend of the show. Yes.
you were 30 to what?
30 to 13.
30 to 13. Dan, you were 40,
40 to 42 to 10.
42 to 10. And then I'm back on the clock, it appears. I'm going to go. And this is sad because like I'm going to go 20 to 10. Right. And I'm over here questioning, can we score 20 points? Like this team frustrates me.
Yeah.
They absolutely frustrate me. But 20 to 10 it is. Well, I put it down in ink and we'll see what happens.
All right.
20 to 10. All right. We've got 20 minutes before showtime, guys. So it's probably a good time to cut loose. We will be back. Same place, everybody. We'll be back at a little after 4:00 for the post-game show. Hopefully we'll be sipping out of Victory Monday mugs.
Well, we better be.
And yeah, or there's going to be big
else.
problems. So thank you guys very much. We have the score predictions in there. Congratulations to Love Dog Pound. Thank you very much to Browns fan 1977 who becomes our 13th member. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. We want to try to get to 5,000 by the end of the season. We're getting so close, 93%. We're just a couple hundred away on the subscribers. So let's make this one happen. Thank you guys all for being here, and we will see you in the post game show. Go Browns.
Go Brownies.
Go Browns.